What's Poppin Toppings, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome if you are new. Today I'm going to be reacting to the Sims 3 Reddit post, tell me your favorite Sims 3 sim and why. So I'm super excited to dive into the world of other simmers and get their perspectives on who their favorite sim is. I have a different favorite sim for every single world, so it's very hard for me to pick a favorite. I'm trying to think right now. I like a very girthy storyline. That's my tea, right? So I think it has to be, I really like Claire Ursine from Sunset Valley. I think there's so much potential for her story to just go any which way. And I also like the Angelistas as well, because their storyline is really cool, and you can decide what you want to happen from there. I think I need to do some more reading on Sims 3 lore and maybe come up with my favorite Sims 3 townie from there, but it definitely has to be either Lala Angelista, Tiara Angelista, or Claire Ursine. Alright, this person clearly chose Lisa Bunch. It says, mine is Lisa Bunch purely for nostalgia. I remember the day I got The Sims 3 for the first time as a kid so well. I was at my dad's house, loaded up Sunset Valley, and decided to go for the Bunch family. Pretty much ignored everyone except Lisa. One day, I decided to call VJ Alvy for a date to the pool. I spent 20 minutes in cast, dolling Lisa up. New hair, new makeup, hot pink leopard print swimsuit, a vibe. They arrive at the community pool. I leave them because I get distracted by Arlo aging up back at home. Halfway through Arlo blowing out the candles, the camera pans back to Lisa and the death music starts to play. Turns out Lisa just forgot how to function while I was away and she drowned all of a sudden. I was so attached to Lisa that I burst into tears at her death, and my dad took me out for ice cream because I wouldn't stop sobbing. Now I have a weird love-hate relationship with Lisa for causing me such intense sadness on my first day playing The Sims 3. Much love, Miss Bunch. That is so cute. I love that. Vita Alto, she's the diva, the grand dame or dame. I love her hair, her makeup, her outfit. I love that she's Cruella-esque. I love how the Sims team made her an evil politician determined to rule the world. I agree, I really do. I like that Vita is evil. I like I said, I love a great old storyline. I like that she's evil, and I like how she's disliked amongst the town, but because I dislike her, I like her, if that makes any sense. She's a mean sim. I know this sounds very bad, but I love that she has the potential to corrupt the town because she's already so rich, or richer anyways, in the Sunset Valley town, and things like that. I just feel like she has a lot panned out for her, even though she's evil. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of people that say, okay, let's read this long one. Oh my gosh, Vita Alto. I have played the Alto's household only once, many years ago, when my laptop got literally fried. Thank you, Sims 3. I was collecting my money to buy a desktop, and because I couldn't live without this game anyway, I played on very old and very crappy laptop that could barely stand the base game, and I didn't like cast at all. So I got to know so many from the Sunset Valley pre-mades up close and personal. Vita and Nick had another baby, and the moment Vita stepped foot in the house with her new baby, she autonomously put him on the floor and stole his candy, while the poor baby cried bloody murder. The poor little kid. I knew theoretically that this could happen in the game, but I had never seen it happen for real, and especially I did not expect that a parent would do that to their own child. It was very funny and very shocking at the same time. Oh my gosh. Another thing that happened during the save was that Holly wanted to go to prom. So she asked her very good friend, in my head I had pictured that she had a crush on him too, Michael Bachelor, and he accepted. The day of prom though, when the limo came to take her to the dance, Michael didn't come. I sent her alone feeling a little bad. Poor girl, she got stood up for prom. Michael was definitely an a-hole in my books, but a little while later, Michael was knocking on the Alto's door in his everyday outfit. Nick invited him inside and they played chess for hours. Meanwhile, I kept getting the pop-ups about what a good time Holly had at prom with Michael. What the F? And I was also informed that he asked her to become his girlfriend, the same Michael who was in front of me playing chess with his apparently father-in-law. Later that night, when Holly returned home, she had photos in her inventory where she was dancing with Michael at prom and he had a tux on. I never cared for prom after this incident. No, that's for real, y'all. Prom with generations is so freaking weird. Like, in my current household, this was like a couple months ago, but the twins in my game went to prom, right? It definitely added to the storyline as well, but they had their first kiss, and then in the same night they ended up getting together, and then the other twin had their first kiss and ended up winning prom king, and then they ended up breaking up after that. It was so weird. I feel like they always try to force whoever it is that they go to prom with to be together. It's kind of weird. I wish there was like a randomizer of that, maybe 30% yes, 50% no, or whatever the frick, maybe the other way. It's kind of weird how that works, but I've definitely noticed that the prom interactions definitely trying to force your sims together regardless of their relationship, so it's definitely weird. Ooh, I have a love and hate relationship with Marty Keaton. During my first Sims 3 game back in 2010, I was always playing single females who, for some weird reason, ended up either in affairs with him or getting married to him. Actually, it was only one who married him. They had twins because I was new at the game and stupid enough to give both of them the fertility treatment. Lifetime reward just to see if twins could actually happen in the game, and he drove me insane because he got his neurotic crisis at the worst moments possible. During another game, when a female sim of mine was in a relationship with him while he was still married to Justine, after a while with no communication at all with him, I didn't know that my sim had to break up with him. They were only love interests. When my sim dated someone else, Gage Briotti, Marty found her somewhere in town. He accused her of cheating and he slapped her. I really wanted a way to kill him on the spot, but I didn't have any mods back then because of how hypocritic his behavior was. The jerk. He was still married to Justine. Ever since then, I call him the master cheater. But a few years later, when I was playing my cast family, I witnessed him die in front of my eyes. The jerk got drowned in the public pool. I felt compelled to quit the game without save, just to save him, and I did. He survived. I also love, for no specific reason, Gerard Frio, Parker Langrack, and Tom Morty. Yeah! Get into Tom Morty, get into Bridgeport. Get into Bridgeport real quick, yeah? I have complicated feelings for BB. She was the wife of my legacy founder, Lucas, but she ended up cheating on him with her co-worker Kip. Lucas divorced her and she went to live with her new boyfriend. Lucas later got remarried and had a son, Jason, with his new wife. And when Jason went to school, he ended up befriending this girl named Alexa, who was the daughter of BB and Kip. As Jason and Alexa grew into teens, Alexa asked Jason to prom where they kissed and got into... This is what I'm telling y'all! They kissed and jumped straight into a relationship. They ended up getting married and having their own kids, so BB still ended up as part of my legacy, but not in the way that I initially thought. See, it all comes around full circle. That's that messy prom, y'all. No, oh my goodness, not Godwin good. I hate Godwin. I really do. Alright. Not only is he one of the most attractive sims in No. I'm so sorry. I can't even get through this. Not only is he one of the most attractive sims in Twinbrook, but he's got all my favorite traits, and I love the drama in his life. A baby mama he's not into and living with his own mortal enemy. I love it. And then number 2, we got Cyclone Sword. The name, the man, the legend. In my very first Sims 3 save, he was my Sim's love interest because he was so interesting. Wow. Cyclone has a lot of people's hearts, a lot more people than I expected, and I love the enthusiasm with this little top 2 comment here. Godwin is not the one for me, man. If I'm being honest, I don't even have any specific reason. I just know that he's not good. You know, that last name does not resonate with him at all, because why is Jenny living alone and she's not getting no child support when she should be? Like, I swear he left her just because he didn't want to pay child support. He's not good. But I do love the drama in his life for sure. I wanna talk about people that I actually know. Ooh. Matthew Hamming from Bridgeport. Man, he got good genes. Often I just have my Sims marry him for fame and money. Pop a kid or two, then have Matthew get caught cheating eventually and have them divorce with a child support mod that gives my Sim and the kid an extra 1K a day. That's crazy. Michael Dandy from Roaring Heights. He's semi-inspired by The Great Gatsby, only gay. So of course I love playing him out. He usually ends up finding a new lover because Mark, who is having an affair with him in the start of the save, never ends up leaving his wife no matter what I do. I love that. Oh my gosh, I need to get into Roaring Hearts lore. I said Roaring Hearts. Roaring Heights. I like playing in Roaring Heights. I've played in it like twice. It's pretty fun. I think though that when I was playing it, because like it's so themed, I was kind of getting irritated by the fact that the random townies that were getting spawned in just they weren't in themed clothing, and it really annoyed me. So I think that put me off a little bit. Samantha Cassette from Roaring Heights again. I don't play her often, but I actually feel quite bad for her. She's a young adult having an affair and ends up pregnant. In true Roaring Heights fashion, the man never leaves his wife, so she's mostly always a single mother raising her kid alone if I play her. If story progression is enabled and I don't play her, however, she is a character. Has multiple baby daddies, ended up marrying some rich new money guy and taking the fortune. Kind of living for that, actually. I remember seeing Samantha. I think I know who she is. I really do. I have like an image of a sim in my head that I believe is her. As for my favorite female sim aside from Bella, she is not a townie, so I don't know if she counts, but Lolita Goth. She is the sim that got me into The Sims 3. All the mystery and theory surrounding her were my first dive in The Sims lore. Plus, I love the theory that she is Gunther's first love. They are my Sims OTP. She is also super cute for a townie, especially base game. Honorary mentions here, we got Gunther Goth, I can never say that, Junzu. No. So the thing with Junzu is, I like her when she's not with William, you know? I really do. I think she's such a nice person, but when she's with William and story progression really tries to play with me that way, that's not the one. Like, it's not right. I kind of like her backstory. Probably the best looking sim out of the game after her makeover. In my save, she kept ringing my doorbell despite my sim having never met her. At first it was weird, but I found it endearing. She ended up marrying the sim. Why is everybody talking about Goodwin? We got Goodwin Good. He's literally the opposite. From Twinbrook. I really disliked him at first, period, because he acted the total opposite to his supposed personality and was an a-hole to my sim. Serial cheater, refused to stabilize despite their max relationship, but he really grew on me over time, and now he is a doting father and husband. I really enjoyed playing him as a firefighter. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I need to chill out and like give him some time to prove himself to me, but I just never got good vibes from Goodwin. We got Gabias. Gabias Coffee. He is such a weird man. I love watching him freak out and run away from the smallest things. He is my special child who deserves the world. In every save, I find a different man for him to fall in love with, because as much as it's funny to watch him suffer a little, I do want him to be happy on the long run. My favorite matches for him so far were Connor Frio. I've heard about that pairing. I hear about that pairing quite a bit, honestly. They're like, oh, Connor and Gabias get along very, very, very well. Historians would say they're friends. And then a Simus Bachelor, because he was kind of a boring, orderly dad in my mind, so I decided to introduce my disaster child to him to spice things up. Sorry, Joe Costa. Simus strikes me as like that one sim who loves his family but doesn't show it in the way you would expect him to. So he's like the sim that like wants the best for them, but very, very like strict on what they can do. Don't really have a favorite sim, but I've always loved Bonehilda. A dead skeleton cleaning lady in a traditional maid's dress is just iconic. And that she lives in a coffin. Love it. Favorite neighborhood would probably be Isla Paradiso. Sadly, my computer lags so much when I play in it nowadays, but I love my Sims being able to go out about in the world to get collectibles, and it's low-key somewhere I'd love to live. Appaloosa Plains would probably be my second favorite because horses, I love having those in the game. Third would probably be Bridgeport, and is where I spend most of my playthroughs, only because there's apartments and I like going from a rags to riches. Fair enough, bro, fair enough, as long as Bridgeport is up in that list. Leighton Sekimoto from Sunset Valley was my go-to Sims husband, as the house they have is stunning and I always make time for baby Sam. However, as soon as he grows up, I always need to give him a tiny makeover, but I enjoy teaching him things and end up becoming best friends with him as he does become the stepson, and usually go on to having one biological kid with Leighton. But no, the people that design that house have my entire heart. And then we have Morgana. I love Morgana Wolf. I like to get her and Thornton pregnant and then have her catch him and Jamie in the act. Oh no! Thornton is so not good enough for her, and I have a love-hate relationship with Gerard Frio. I love his backstory in the drama, but I hate who he is as a person. Yes, that is my exact thing for like a lot of Sims. I love their drama and stuff, but I hate the personality that they have. Is it Ruben? No, I don't know what the freak his name is, but whatever, something littler. He is so chaotic. He's a mess. He's a mess. I hate his personality. I hate the things that he's done. And oh my goodness, the storyline though, I don't want to spoil it for you guys because that's quite literally my favorite storyline in any of the Sims 3 that I've read so far. It's my favorite storyline to do with the littler, and just read up on it before I spoil it for y'all because it's a really good storyline. But I hate Ethan the Littler, or whatever the frick his name is. Oh, Nancy will. My sim bit her with progression mod and she became the head of the vampire clan. Wow, that's crazy. Alright, anyways guys, I think I'm gonna end this little Reddit post thingy video here. If you guys want to see me do more, don't forget to tell me that in the comments and we'll see how it goes. This was pretty fun. I think I could actually just sit here and like read this for hours. It's really fun to see other people's perspectives on why they love and hate certain Sims in the entirety of Sims 3, and it's really nice because it gives you that extra perspective of like, you really think this sim is a good sim? Wait till you hear this. Or you really hate this sim? Wait till you hear this. But yeah, I'm gonna end this video here, you guys. If you liked, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.